Levi was Jacob's third son with his wife Leah. Levi gave rise to the tribe that was responsible for worship of the Lord in Israel. This means that the priests and the Levites belong to the tribe of Levi. The little information about Levi's story is found in the book of Genesis. And in this video, you will understand everything the Bible says about who Levi was. The meaning of the name Levi is related to a verb that can be translated as joining or united. When Levi was born, her mother Leah then stated on this statement, "This also shows that Levi was another son of Jacob who was born in the context of dispute between the two sisters, Leah and Rachel, for the love of the same husband. Although Rachel was her beloved wife, Leah saw in Levi's birth the hope that she would finally enjoy Jacob's more attention." The Bible does not bring specific information about Levi's personal life, but possibly he was involved in us episodes that mention the other children of Jacob. Although not nominally cited, for example, it is very unlikely that Levi was not with his brothers when there was a conspiracy against Joseph recorded in Genesis chapter 37. This is because, as one of Jacob's oldest children, Levi certainly had occupations in care of the herds. But a particular episode, recorded in Genesis, indicates that Levi was a merciless man. He and his brother Simeon led cruel revenge against the Shechemite. Dinah, Levi's sister, had been raped by the son of Shechem's land leader, and when the sons of Jacob became aware of this, they were outraged. The story recorded in Genesis chapter 34 says that the boy's father sought Jacob to try to resolve the situation, as the young man was in love with Dinah. Then he went to Jacob to ask Dinah to be given to his son in marriage. And that's when Jacob's children said they would only allow marriage if all men of the Shechem clan were circumcised. The Shechemite people agreed with the proposal of the children of Jacob, and then, on the third day after circumcision, Levi and Simeon took advantage of the inability to reaction from the men of the city of Shechem and killed them all. About this, the biblical text says, 3 days later, when Pain, 2 sons of Jacob, Simeon, and Levi, brothers of Dinah, took their swords and attacked the city off guard, killing all men. They killed the thread of the sword Love and his son Shechem, took Dinah out of the house of Shechem, and departed. Then the children of Jacob also looted that place, taking the sheep, the oxen and donkeys, and everything else in the city and the countryside, including the personal goods in the houses. Even women and children they took away. This episode made Jacob strongly outraged with Levi and Simeon. In Genesis chapter 34, between verses 30 and 31, we read that Jacob spoke the following to the 2 brothers. "You they put in great trouble, attracting the hatred of the Canaanites and the Pharisees, inhabitants of this land. We are few, and if they join their strength and attack us, my family and I will be destroyed." But they answered, "Is it right for him to treat our sister like a prostitute?" Many commentators consider that this shameful revenge was probably just an example of a life conduct of the 2 brothers that was characterized by violence and cruelty. In any case, Levi and Simeon lost leadership in earth in Israel. Therefore, many scholars indicate that this episode serves to explain why Jacob ignored Simeon and Levi and has not passed the right of birthright by Reuben. Jacob blessed with the common prominence to the firstborn his 4th son Judah, and the double portion of the firstborn was passed to Joseph through his sons Ephraim and Manasseh. Even at the time of its final blessing, the biblical text says that Jacob declared on Simeon and Levi an antebration. Simeon and Levi are brothers. Their swords are weapons of violence. May I not enter their council, nor participate in your assembly, because in their wrath they killed men and the pleasure of grooves oxen, cutting their tendon. So like Simeon, Levi did not receive the right to his own territory on the promised land. In fact, the tribe of Levi was spread to the land conquered, receiving cities in the territories of other tribes. But despite all this, Levi's offspring enjoyed a remarkable position following the biblical history. By the grace of God, the curse was transformed into blessing, and Levi's descendants became the representatives of the Israelites before God. This shows that God can make evil in good so that his good purpose is fulfilled. In this sense, the Bible informs the name of Levi's 3 children who were clan chiefs, Gerson, Kot, and Merari. They all were born before the immigration of Jacob's family for the Egypt. And later, when the official worship was established by God and the congregation of the Israelites, the Levites were responsible for all religious service. Therefore, the Levites and the priests of Israel were members of the tribe of Levi. Thus, obviously many notable biblical characters were descended from Levi. For example, Moses, the great Hebrew legislator, and his brother Aaron, leader of the first priestly family, were descendants of Kot, son of Levi. The prophet Ezekiel, the prophet Jeremiah, Zechariah, and many others were also descendants of Levi's house. Finally, it is worth knowing that other men are also cited in the Bible with the name Levi, but not all of them were necessarily descended from Levi. This same name appears twice in the genealogy of Jesus in the lineage of the tribe of Judah. And also in the New Testament we found that one of Jesus' 12 disciples was identified by the Hebrew name Levi. He was the son of Alphaeus, but became better known by Christians by the name Matthew. And that is all we know about Levi's history in the Bible. And if you like this video, leave your comment and share it with someone else.